Could this be the turning point? Could this be the moment that we start the miraculous journey to survival? No, we're 14 points off of safety, so that isn't happening. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 31 of my Bristol Rovers FM20 playthrough. My name is James, and on today's episode, we have come back a little bit earlier than I had stated before. It is only February, and we have a double-header against Aston Villa and Wolves. It is a relegation double-header, and since you were last with me, there is less chance now of us surviving than there was before. However, the reason why I came back when I have is because we have our second league win of the season. And what a league win it was. This was utterly crazy. We haven't scored 5 goals, I think, for most of the season. Never mind in one game. I did think at one point that when we went 2-0 down, I thought this is it. We made a couple of changes. We've stuck to the 4-2-3-1 formation, and it had paid off so well in this game. And there's certain players that really we haven't seen. Bailey had a player of the match performance. Johnson Clark-Harris scored a brace for the first time this season. Barrett scored well. Arzani starting to come into his own. Even defensively, we played really, really well. The fact that Jacola got a 7.1 and we conceded 3 goals, I think tells you everything about how crazy that match was. So because of that, I made the decision to come back a little bit early. Obviously, I was feeling quite negative after the last episode and really wanted to push on to the end of the season. But I couldn't resist for how out of the blue this win was. I mean, you can see the misery that in its wake. And so for how unexpected this was, I thought we had to come back. Aston Villa in 17th, Wolves in 18th. If we take a look at the league table, they're 2 of the 3 teams above us. There's no chance of us surviving now. We're 14 points away from Aston Villa. But if we can take a couple of points away from those guys, even just make them sweat a little bit, I think that will be a lot of fun. Even if we can get a couple of extra wins. And do you know what? Wins on the episode. That's something that's been so rare this season. And I'd love to be able to at least get one win on an episode this season in our first season in the Premier League. Now, if we do go at records, so fewest league wins in a season was won by Derby. We have managed to avoid that, which is great. And fewest points in a season was 10. Now, we are currently, that's held since 1889. We are currently on 10 points. If we can get one more point before the end of the season, we do avoid that record. And we can at least go down with some dignity. And hopefully to do that, this is the team that we are going to be putting out there to try and beat Aston Villa in the first match of the episode. So the team is, we have Jacola in goal, back 4 of Correa, Lockyer, Long and Kraft, and Jonjo and Rolls in central midfield, Barrett, Bailey and Arzani across the attacking 3, and then the man who I hope is now going to hit a run of form, Clark-Harris up front. I'm, for the first time this season, going to passionately say, I can't say it, will assertively say, go out there and carry on where you did from the last match. If we can put in a performance like we did in the last game, there is no reason at all why we can't beat Villa. I mean, yes, we beat a Watford side who are on a downward spiral, a managerless Watford as well. But we have lost to teams like that earlier in the season, so it wasn't necessarily an easy or a given win. But we do have a free kick here with Barrett. Back at the back post, Long heads it over the bar. One thing I have done since the last episode as well, I've gone through all the set piece instructions and I have set them to how I think we should have them. I've made sure that all the tall players are now in the centre, and we've got players on the edge. Hopefully, this is something I should have done at the start of the season, but hopefully this is something now that we can try and take advantage of. And as I've been talking, the first half has disappeared, but just before half-time we do have a throw-in with Barrett to Bailey, back to Barrett, across to Njonjo. Then out wide, looking for Kraft, but into Clark-Harris. Clark-Harris scores. Oh, he's offside. I was about to say, is this going to be the start of the run of form? But no, to Kraft, brilliant header to fight Roberts. But I mean, that is very close. That is. I hope we don't regret that later on. But we have. Yes, it was called off, but we drew first blood in that first half. I'm going to say. What do I say? We're the better team. I mean, we haven't had the possession, but we've managed to we've had the ball in the back of the net first, but Villa have the free kick here with Roberts. looking to bring it forward, but plays it all the way back to Lawrence in defence. Looking to bring it forward again, but we've now come out. We're now starting to press them. To Mings. Out to Correa, but Correa passes it to Barrett. Now, it did say that Barrett's been error-prone today, but can he make up some of those errors? He gets tackled. I mean, depending on what his rating is, I think he might be coming off. So Villa look to bring the ball forward with Roberts. Can we win the ball back again? Stop them from pushing forward. McGinn to Correa. Barrett has the ball again. Can he do something with it this time? He cannot. Right, he's coming off. As soon as this finishes, unless he does something miraculous here, he does. He headers it into Bailey, into Clark Harris, into the top corner, and it is Bristol Rovers 1, Aston Villa 0. I think Barrett has earned himself an extra 5-10 minutes on the field. I think for that. Well won in the air, knocked it through to Bailey. Bailey unselfishly passed it through to Clark Harris, who puts it into the top corner and puts us ahead for the second game in a row. Could we have unlikely back-to-back wins? And we have moved off of the bottom of the table. Oh my God. I could not have expected this 2 episodes ago. Right, Barrett has played poorly. Let's take him off. Let's bring on Giannelli, I believe, for his first Premier League game. Let's take off John Joe as well and bring on Bayliss, who I think is well. Is this his first? No, he has come on. Yeah, he's had 1 bench appearance. This will be his second bench appearance. Let's ask the players to get creative. Let's get some inspiration. That didn't really work. Well, fingers crossed that doesn't break things. But 15 minutes to go. And there's a highlight here. Aston Villa with the ball in defence. It plays out wide to Mings. Back into the centre to Grealish. Tobyang, who passes it back to defence, bring it forward, but Bayliss manages to win the ball, the wayward ball. Can we make something from this? But Lockyer has to go all the way back to Jacola. Jacola forward to Correa, but can't go anywhere, cannot find space. Lockyer, big ball to Arzani, to Rolls. We've got a little bit of space now. Kraft has a little bit of space into the penalty area, takes a shot, but Omlin, I believe it is, puts it over the bar, and we do have a corner. Can the set-piece instructions pay off here? Arzani with the corner. Tries to go to the front post. There's no one there. Mings manages to clear it quite easily. But we do have a free kick with Arzani. Looks to put pound around the wall. Comes off the post. Or the camera off the post or the keeper. But it doesn't matter because Long puts it in to make it Bristol Rovers 2, Aston Villa 0 with 10 minutes to go. And we are on the cusp of a second win in 2 games. Back-to-back games. And our 3rd win of the season. But we have a set piece here. Correa with the throw in into the centre to Clark Harris, but it is cleared. Clark Harris looking for another brace in back-to-back matches. Arzani again with the corner, but it is cleared easily this time, but only as far as Lockyer. Lockyer can't find him, so it goes to Bayliss, to Rolls, to Long, to Rolls, to Bailey. Long should not be in that position with the ball. He is our centre back, but Bailey has the ball here, but does lose it out to Mings, and Aston Villa look to start to bring it forward. And the ball over the top, that's why Long should not have had the ball, because Diego Costa there, lucky Jacola makes a save, but Long was out of position there because he was messing around with the ball up near the penalty area. He should have been running back. Roberts, though, with the corner, into the centre. We do manage to clear the first one. Back out to Grealish. Then to Bremer, who puts out wide to Mings, who's in masses of space. But we do manage to get the block. Not sure that was. Giannelli there gets the block and puts it out for a Villa throw-in. Almost 90 minutes on the clock now. Grealish with the cross into the centre, but we managed to clear it to Rolls. Rolls has nowhere to go, though. To Kraft. Massive ball forward to Clark Harris, who's it free, one-on-one with the keeper. But the defender tracks back really, really well and manages to block the shot. But Clark Harris manages to draw the foul. And we have a free kick, but I presume nothing came of it because we don't get to see it. And that is it. I am so glad I came back for this. I think this is the first win we've had on a Premier League episode this season. Aston Villa, Bristol Rovers, 2-0 to Bristol Rovers. Absolutely fantastic. The boys played brilliantly. I'm so hoping that is the start of a little vein of form. Even if we can get we can get a win against Wolves, all of a sudden, we're 4 points behind them then. And I'm not saying we're going to survive, but you know what? We're no longer at the bottom of the table. And Watford, who are in a free fall, have now a worse goal difference than we do as well. We've got one of the worst goal differences in the league by quite a stretch. But Wolves are currently beating us on that as well. Absolutely fantastic. I'm absolutely delighted with that. I really hope this is now going to be the start of something. Right, I'm going to jump straight in to the next match. It is match 2 of today's episode. We are at home against Wolves, who are currently on a 3-match losing streak. Can we make this 3 wins back to back? And this is the team that's going to face today, only just with one change. So we have Jacola in goal, back four, Correa, Lockyer, Long and Kraft. Bayliss comes in for Njonjo alongside Rolls in central midfield. Barrett, Bailey, Arzani, and then Clark Harris is up front. Let's get into this. Let's keep this momentum going for as long as we can. Even if this is the last couple of positive results we get till the end of the season, it makes everything look 10 times better than it did a couple of matches ago. Let's passionately say we owe Wolves after last time. We did get a loss against them in our away fixture, and hopefully this time we can get some revenge. One thing I may do as well is I may come back for our first match in the revised or rebuilt Memorial Stadium, which is due in April. I'll have to check to see which matches. It might end up being the final 2 matches, in all honesty, depending on when those matches fall. And we have the first highlight just before the 30-minute mark. Correa with the ball to Bailey, back to Correa, into Bayliss for his first touch on camera. Arzani has the ball into the penalty area, takes a shot. Great save by the Wolves keeper to get down there and puts it out for a corner. Can we put our corner tactics to good use? Barrett into the centre, but again, only makes as far as the front post. Arzani does collect the ball though into Clark Harris, but Clark Harris could only put it over the top. I may look at to make sure that the tactics are still working, because that's twice now we've had a corner and they've only made it as far as the first man. But Wolves have the ball here with Di Maria. Look to bring the ball forward. Is it Otto? But they lose the ball out. Barrett tries to chase it down, but only as far as Ruben Neves, who puts it out wide to Rosa to Bakamku. I don't know. Wolves score. That's the focus there. Frustrating, really, that we had really the first chance on camera from the corner. Didn't really make anything from it. A very simple run through. Kraft was caught out there and puts it into the corner, and Wolves go 1-0 up on 37 minutes. But we do have a highlight straight from the kickoff. Can we hit back straight away? Bailey to Bayliss. Forward to Barrett. Barrett turns his man though. Still has the ball into the penalty area. Passes it back to Rolls. First shot. Arzani into the top corner. Straight from the kickoff. We hit back straight away. The first shot was deflected back, but Rolls hits it on the rebound and smashes it into the top corner, making it 1-1. Barrett did really well there. Otto with a flailing leg loses out to Barrett. Barrett to Rolls. Rolls' shot is deflected by the defender, but Arzani takes the rebound and doesn't make a mistake with that and smashes it into the top corner. Right, coming into injury time, up to half time, it is still 1-1, and that is what it is at the half. Bristol Rovers 1, Wolves 1. I'd say it's still a good first half. Hit back straight away. We didn't let our heads drop when they scored. I'm going to say we're the better team. It's what we said in the previous match, and it seemed to work wonders in that second half. Let's hope it does the same in this one as well. Right, 60 minutes on the clock. I think it's time to make a couple of changes. Kraft isn't having a very good game, so we'll take him off. We'll swap him for Correa, and we'll bring on Conley to go in that left-back position. So Bailey's not playing very well either. What I might do, in fact, is let's push Bailey forward. Let's take him off. Let's bring on Nkita in the advanced forward position, and let's play like that. Let's really push it and see if we can try and get that winning goal. Right, we have a corner here. Barrett with the corner into the centre. That was slightly better, but still only to a Wolves player. Long is quickest though. Manages to get to the ball, but he is by himself. He does manage to get the ball to Arzani though. Arzani is being tracked, but manages to go past his man. Takes it into the centre. Both of them tackle, but he managed to get the ball back into the centre again to Barrett, and it goes just wide of the post. He'd hope that looked like a free header. He'd hope he'd get it on target. But Wolves now have a throw in with Ruben Neves. But he's being chased down by Rolls into the centre. But Long manages to collect the ball, and we look to bring the ball forward with Correa. But Correa goes all the way back to Jacola, playing it safe to Lockyer. Switching out wide to Connolly. Connolly looks to bring the ball forward, but he is being chased down. Back to Lockyer. To Ozani, to Rolls. To Correa, who's in a little bit of space. Managed to give Mass's man into the penalty area. To Nkita. Nkita, who comes on, playing the front two. And makes it Bristol Rovers 2 just before the 70 minutes mark. The Nkita super sub comes on. Correa does really well there to go past his man. Keeps the ball, knocks it into the centre. And Nkita only needs the one touch and knocks it into the left corner. And sends us on our way to what is possibly going to be 3 back-to-back wins, which is going to be fantastic. But Wolves do have, I believe it's a throw in here. With Reuser. Into the centre. Oh, that was so close. I'm not sure who got the ball there, but it wasn't being marked. Luckily, he hits the post. Di Maria with the corner, but Lockyer managed to clear it. Only to Nkita, who looks to bring counter-attack forward. We've got him and Clark Harris. That has got to be off. He's given a yellow. Maybe it's because he wasn't the last man. That was very much a cynical challenge. And with 5 minutes to go, let's make a final substitution. Clark Harris has not had a very good game, so let's drop him back. We've done our bit with the 2 up front now. Let's bring on Njonjo for the last few minutes. Let's play him as a advanced playmaker. Let's then switch Ozani to a inverted winger, and we'll play that to see out the match. Only a couple of minutes left of injury time, but Correa has committed a foul here. We are now over injury time. Ruben Neves has the ball, and he manages to put the ball in. That is horrible. We were over the 4 minutes of added time. Ruben Neves with a free kick. Jacola should have done better than that. It was within his reach. That is so disappointing. Bristol Rovers 2, Wolves 2. I mean, I will say that is unlucky. That is a gut punch right at the end there. But I have to stay positive. We've got 4 points from an episode. We are now a point ahead of Watford. Yes, we're still now 7 points behind Wolves. Wolves done their bit there. They wanted that draw more than us, because that keeps them within touching distance of Villa, and it keeps us away from them. I just realised actually Watford still have a match to play. So when is their next match? Is that played on Sunday? It is against Liverpool. Hopefully that should only end one way, as Liverpool pushing for Champions League. But that is a fantastic episode. Really, really played well. I'm hoping that we can still keep that momentum. I'm hoping that final goal isn't too damaging. But to be seeing no red so far in February, to see more green than anything else in a month is fantastic. We've now got Tottenham coming up, who are 7th, 10th, and we've got 15th. Bournemouth may be a match that we could try and get a point in, but I think we're going to struggle now for next. We've got quite a tough run in. I don't think I'm probably going to play a massive amount. It will more likely be Burnley and Fulham that might end up being the next episode. We'll see how things go. If the wins start to continue, we might come back. But if not, I think we'll see out the season. I'd like to leave the season on a positive, and I think that is about as positive as we can get really for this season. And if you enjoyed that, I mean, I was hoping for 3 wins in a row, but do you know what? Back-to-back wins and a draw and 4 points in an episode definitely deserves a like. So please hit the like button if you enjoyed that video. Subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching.